I'm gonna make this video. I'm trying to keep it low, right? Because my family's sleeping. So about this video about Medley Uncensored. Listen, mate. You have an opinion. We all agree to disagree. I agree to an opinion, and I disagree with some opinions. But it seems to be that your tone of videos is really negative about Medellin because you see, Medellin is very different compared to the rest of Colombia. Again, nobody knows about Medellin except for people that heard about it online. They're all saying that, oh, well, you come to play, right? And people have been stopped on the airport before because they want for sex tourism. And listen, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Never been there. And people are excited because they hate sex tourism. Listen, this sex prostitution has been going on years, right? I think people keep that on the low key because they can do what they want. It doesn't mean that they should blame foreigners for it, because blaming foreigners will mean that nobody wants to come to your country because you all don't have self accountability, right? And Medley says, and this dude is backing the locals because he wants to get good, things about it, but really, you're about to get screwed over by the same people that backed you because you're not any different. You're just the next person to you. You're just next to whatever ideals they have, right? And in terms of women, listen, women are different everywhere. I don't think Medellin or women are better than, say, maybe Slavic or Asian women, but I don't think most women are better. That everyone got the strengths and weaknesses in both orders, you see. Because you see, this is exactly what I'm saying to you, right? You get fed into negative ideals deciding that you don't want us to come to Medellin because apparently we're going to ruin the culture and nobody wants us. So we're going to stay our ass in other countries, yeah, and do that. And I don't think UK wants to accept that because we build on closed climate, we're more hardcore, but we are pussies. We're pussies compared to other countries that trying to come in for work, for purposes, for other type and personal preference, wherever you go, right? Build up Latinas usually in Colombia because they weren't there in Europe, but US you see we have you're in the 80s, so I think that's fine for that. But maybe your personal preference is Latinas only, so you have to go other countries for that, and the pros and cons for it. And this is another thing with the else is that you should have pros and cons, mate, because there's a lot of good things about Colombia, and there's a lot of bad sides, such as sex tourism. You said that it was bad. We all get it, right? I can't argue that, buddy. But at the same time, people use it for a long time, so I can't judge them. It's just a bit of a negative side because there's a lot of drugging. That's not how the country portrays to be Medellin. But there are other cities that do usually do that. But Medellin is a hotspot because of foreigners and stuff. Well, Bogota is like 10 times more. And then Cartagena. And he said that, oh, Medellin is New York. Oh, if you can't handle Medellin, then you can't. Then you shouldn't be here. Dude, that's the misinformation. Bogota is the Medellin, New York. It is the Boca York. Boca York. Is it Boca York? Boca York. That's another different level compared to that beast. It's like, if you can handle New York, you can handle Bogota. If you handle LA and stuff, you can handle Medellin because Medellin is a lot hyper that, right? But they make it seem to be hyperbolic because, row, rain, it's all this social media. And by the way, people, normal people, right, watching this, don't get believe in social hype about Publicito and Latinas because there's a different level of type for them, you see. And real life is that not many people walking out there and thinking that they have best interest in you, but really, they're sort of just down. Sometimes they just flop, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. So you have to also sort of test and verify this and do your main job to that was word overtake. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. I'll look it up later on, but I'm sure it comes along with verified women. Wherever that is, right? You have to check if she's a suitable wife for you to do all the work still. Then one of the things is in other countries, and adopt the adopt the any guy that has intellectual training belt mindset, because they will check and verify it as well there. The most young, and what he's referring to hatred is, it's just young men top parties, 18, 21-year-old freshmen out of high school. They want to go Columbia party. Well, you see, that happens every time, right? Because, like I said, right? They only hit to party of Waking Warriors. I don't see 34-year-olds making it because of the age difference. But there was some, the age difference is all in parties. So, of course, you're going to be some of the age demographic, which is very uncommon. But it's still common to go to Colombian party, prostitutes, and it's different stuff, and do drugs, it's all kind of like that culture where there's still a lot of serious unsafety going on there, right? I mean, you only have to look at London, you don't have to look at cities to see, if you can translate the safety, and then you go to Colombia, you know how to move, right? So that's another thing. And there's been people saying that Latinos can't be trusted. Well, I disagree. You can trust Latino. Just be careful with them, you see. Same everywhere. If you can't trust a certain someone will rob you, scam you. There's no scammers around the world. People scam for a living. India and maybe other third world countries, unfortunately. So the fact that America is a scam, it shows how dumb the integrated mindset that is. In fact, the first world countries do this the same amount of stuff too. It's just they're hidden because they're one of the West ideal, their ideal free zone. Really, you get scams around the world. So don't try to, they can be trustworthy, but they can also be worst nightmare on Latinos. So choose wisely in that way. And alright, and another thing about West is that he's become political. Listen, whatever your political system is, whatever you're right or left, or blue and red, just one thing, right? They don't care about you. They don't want your money, they want your time, they want your peace. I wish the Travel Channel is not glamorizing my opponent. It's just telling you about pros and cons. And you should do that many times, but I don't want your comments to be all about far right and saying that, we're not racist. Well, we need to keep our culture. Listen, you're not racist if you want to feel proud about your culture and stuff, right? We want to, keep it that way because we don't want, or whatever culture comes in and distills it. That's hyperbolic, dude. You have a right to keep however you want to keep, right? But just don't go to other people's houses, right? And then tell them that imitate them into submitting to the other culture, because they can interrogate to their culture of assimilating. The bad size, drinking and smoking, not really. He just wants to let me see their good parts. That's what you can say. You don't want to go down to people's houses and start feigning that way, yeah? And then foreigners have to do the same thing. But I don't want to start, punishing people just as they don't follow certain laws. That's not kind of illegal. That's not like a dictatorship of North Korea where everyone just sort of forced into learn or following other cultures instead of, expressing themselves in free marketing. So in that way, right? Because it's only a matter of time before all these people, whereas I'm going to look at you and they're going to betray you any minute as well, right? Because they don't care. If you don't go along with them, they will betray any minute. Because you see, you're a man, you're a 30-year-old man that is confused in life, right? You say you're an opponent, but come on, like, you got to unite the foreigners and Polish to be able to not just divide. Because you see, it's a country that has been invaded for 50 years, yeah? Yeah, that's one of the most real gem history there, right? They don't need foreign powers. They can do it themselves. They can create everything better. It's just different beasts, see. And not everyone's in Slavic women. Remember, they're different compared to Latinos, so doing them takes a special mark to see that, right? And cold weather, so that's what I can say. And the last advice for men is that, look, forget what the media says. Go and visit for yourself. weigh up pros and cons, and then decide which country you want to live. There's so many uncertainty because it's the thing, they don't care about you. No one's gonna save you, right? And I know it may be very disheartening to say that, right? I know a mom that help you out the money, your cloud, your fame, that kind of stuff. But your mom, no. Mom's the first thing. But after that, nobody's going to say to help you that way, right? I feel like you have to visit and help yourself out and see what happens next, and maybe then you made your mind up from there instead of listening to what other advices and following what they're saying to you because they have more evidence and then I did it all. And really, they just say one side of the story. You have to go see it for yourself and then make it up that way because only you care, not what these strangers online think about you. I'm not a stranger, but I can tell you this, go and find out for yourself and then make up your decision afterwards. The pros and cons. And then rest, don't get political, just, I don't know, record some cold approaching, just do some safe laws, do some day of your life. I know you did that many times, do some bicycles. I don't know, do some running, do some activity, make some new friends. You know, do different stuff. Do it for the love of progress instead of worrying about negativity and political stuff because political is never good. It's never good. But politics is always a dirty game, trying to brainwash you to thinking ideals because it just goes dirty with all those people in the political space because it's all about power. Who wants to stay in power? Yeah, who can I blame today? Downstairs, it's all about who I can blame today. Oh, the people are coming on the border. Yeah, let's bring boy. Let's mind about them. Oh, another group came in. Yeah, what we did about them? Yeah, we need to write them up. We need to put some stickers on. You know what I mean? That kind of tone we don't need. We need reunite together, not divide, but reunite together in a nice way. Alright, I made a video. Do what you gotta do, man. Don't listen to it. Don't follow what the message someone says, and then figure out what your next path of the journey would be.